out there. All right, so we gonna get through it. There's not a lot of conversation. Ooh, that's man. So we gonna.
You are the first participant on this Uber conference. Please hold while we wait for the others to join.
We're gonna jump off in this. Like I said, we're gonna have the lines open. This conversation out there, we're gonna have it. If not, family, what we're gonna do is I'm in the show. I'm gonna go to my meetings. I got a few I have to handle. My weekends get crowded. Even though I be trying not to have my weekends packed in, but they always end up like that. It's cool, I guess it's part of the work. So somebody on the line already. So let's see. I want to make sure that we are up on all cylinders before I get started. Hopefully you have had a great Imani so far. All right, says we live. I'm loving it. We're live on Facebook. Okay, let's edit the post. We're going to make some adjustments real quick, family, and then we'll be off to the races. Make sure we're going to toast our ancestors first. Then we'll open up the lines for any conversation that's out there. I won't be doing as long of a toast and talk as I will be doing tomorrow. Weekends for the next few months are going to be packed. I got projects that I'm working on and stuff like that. So we jump started the warrior training, so I'm out there getting that. I don't see it. It don't show that we are up on YouTube yet. I'm gonna kind of wait for that. I'm gonna check any post off of Facebook. Oh, hooks, man. What's going on? Okay. Let's check the Twitter. But let's get started. Let me see. Are you there yet, YouTube? Are you there yet, YouTube? YouTube. Oh, YouTube has just came up online, so let's get it popping. All right, okay. Shouts out to me 2666. All right, and whoever else is out there that had time, check in on your brother as I run and go live. So let's go on. We're gonna lift up these ancestors and keep it moving. Let's do it. First off, I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is the Heart of a Simple production, and of course, this is the Daily Toast. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Oh, what a beautiful Imani we have here. The family, I will open up the line so that we can have this conversation. And like I said, where the conversation goes depends on you. All right? Because this is your show. I just get the pleasure of hosting it. And every now and then hanging out. You know what I'm saying? But, like I said, if there's not a lot of conversation to be had, I'm going to jump up, get out of here because I was supposed to be at a meeting 5 minutes ago. But, of course, I was laying around. It was a beautiful Imani day. I got to sit down and for, catch up on some videos. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I'm doing that Boardwalk Empire. I'm doing that Heroes. And, because like I said, first off, my daughters like Heroes. Second off, there's a little clip from Boardwalk Empire, the first season, started popping up. And I said, well, it's been 7 years. I ain't never watched it. I said, let me sit down and let me check out this show and see what is all the hubbub. You know what I'm saying? Because it's posting up. And then some of the clips were real good. And like I said, in everything that I do, I'm looking for a message. I'm looking for a lesson. I'm looking for something that I can share with you. And boy, oh boy, some of the lessons that come off this Boardwalk Empire is just like, I ain't even gonna say unbelievable, because nowadays it ain't all this shit that's going on. I can't even say it's unbelievable, but it's lessons in there for us. So we can have that discussion as well. So family, let's get it started. Here we go. Let's see. Gotta start off with that song, Loosen Up. Get your mind right, get your mind right. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink your water. Take a breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Take a deep breath with me, come on. Bam. Now grab your glass for that water. Get your picture of that water. Lift that picture of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Stretch. Move your body, drink some water. Okay. Move your body, drink some water. Ah! Daddy, move your body. God. Ah! Drink, 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 drink. You know. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then. Now, take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Remember the four pillars, Breathe, drink, eat, move. That's all you need to stay healthy, family. Come on now. Hey, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Drink, 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 drink. Guess what? Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Guess what? Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors, family. Oh my God. What a beautiful Imani day. And I must admit, family, I have not been following any news. Yesterday, right after I got off the show, we jumped up, we ran to the school, got to the school, had an excellent, turnout for the warrior training, did our thing, had a conversation, and this week we had African dance. It went well. Hopefully there's some pictures posted up on Gye-Nyame Journey, because I wasn't taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? I did run my transcript piece, and I will be pulling pieces out, but I wanted to get clear to why, the why behind the journey, the why behind Gye-Nyame, the why behind the tribe, the why we doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? Why we meeting? Why some of y'all walk to this place in the cold? Why some of y'all are here on a regular basis? Why are some of y'all sacrificing your time to be up in this place? You know what I'm saying? Because it's always important that we always remind ourselves of the whys of what we do. You know what I'm saying? And once the why in what we do is no longer clear, family, you're going to run into some major issues. So you always got to take time to clarify the whys. What platform do you use for the black line text? It's called, it's called, oh my God. Hold on. No, it's not Uber Conference. TextBoom. It's called TextBoom. Use a company called TextBoom. So we sent out the messages, and so family, some of y'all here. I'm glad you're here. So let's go and toast these ancestors so that we can get the conversation started. If there is to be a conversation, that's all up to you. We will have a more in-depth conversation tomorrow. This is original. This is my original ambrosia. I will begin brewing tonight. Well, I ain't gonna say tonight. I gotta at least got to get the tea. And I definitely need to go out and buy the honey. So, but also I need to buy some more corks. So hopefully the store will have the corks for me when I show up. Try to stop in there before I get to where I need to go. I need to pick up the honey today. I need to pick up the corks. All right, so we're going to raise our glass. We're going to raise our glass to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that. Whatever you call that Creator, we lift up our glass and we say the mighty and powerful word. I say. From there, family, we move on. We move to our list of our ancestors. As you know, we read it on a daily basis. And those who want to who want to put their family on the daily toaster list, by all means, you can. If you have ancestors that you want me to recognize and you are on our timeline now, by all means, go on and post it up. You know what I'm saying? You can post it up on regardless of which channel you're on now. If you are on Periscope does not post up with everything else. It posts up on the screen, and that's it. Right? So you need to kind of let me know that you're on Periscope so that I can get my pen out, pause what I'm doing, and write down their names before they disappear. Because the ancestors' names will disappear, and I won't see it. Just like a second ago, the words that was up on the screen disappeared. That's how Periscope's posting does. I don't know why Periscope cannot be deposited on the line of text like everything else, but it is what it is. Now, family, if you want to see all of this stuff, all of it except for the Periscope post, it's best to go to gnjmedia.live. Once again, that's gnjmedia.live, because if you watch it on there, you'll be able to see stuff that's posted up. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. Shouts out to Sister Regina. Once again, shouts out to me, 2666. Last but not least, I want to give a round of applause to all the Imani babies. So, Going and moving on. Let's go on and let's salute these ancestors. We got Miles Brown, Mazan, Robert and Texana, Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Chris Pendergast, and Lee, Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Marco Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Val Brown, Jenny Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard. And because I feel like it didn't say Geneva and Cleveland Brown, for some reason, I don't feel like I said Cleveland and Geneva Brown. How do we do it? Yeah, man, it was a real nice thing. Like I said, we can talk about that. We're going to go and finish toasting these ancestors. We can talk about some of the stuff that went on there. It was a beautiful thing. Except we didn't get enough food. John Fallard, Montague Pimenel, No More Exit, Pet Mile, Rob Malik Fakor, Dr. Marianne Williams, Gojo Kamara, The Farmer, Ella Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Algeny, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling, and Lucy Wright, Ted L. Pulley and Luxor, Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Ree Nelson, Mr. Patrick Crawley, Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lawrence Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Jennifer Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Dick Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Rem J. Smith, Lewis Henderson, Kevin Spradling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Carter Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Mel Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mitchell Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sale Weather, Vita Farm, Margot Sosu, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Deolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Linda Dixon, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Thornhill, Carter, Joanne Thornhill, Patricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selma Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hitter Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankston, Mae Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kitty, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W.S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Annie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amateur Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Delma Triggs, Thomas Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frankie Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Thomas Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frank and Russell Davis. Fred Douglas Triggs II, Mina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Milner, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Didi Monares, Gina Rupe Jones, Jana Callahan. We got William Walter West, Nigella Parrish, Elder Basiji Fanani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Barry Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DePretis Hines, Inez Bostic, and the Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Haley, Elma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spradling, Kevin Spradling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Michael Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jacob Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gassett, Jerry Brownlee, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Pookie, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word, the first stage, Trash, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Dorr, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Cleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harry, Tom McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Eno Baby Hatch, Senior, Mally Miller, Housie Hashtag Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon. Alright, here we go. What's that? Okay. John Bowie, Lester Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Press Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alvis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Elton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Aaron Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brownlee Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Neville Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broaders, Reginald Oliver, Mazeline Cooper, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlie Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. And we move to the Black Book. We got Joella Giles, we got James Carswell, we got Liberta Adams, we got Aunt Sis. Well, we got Liberta Adams, which is Aunt Sis. Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, Jane Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damian Top, Christina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Dermonte, Marcus Price, Nance Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Sam Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sally Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Slump, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stace Trice, Denise Correa, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled is in transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flynn, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gantz, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monga III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Jashandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry S. II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, L.L.T. Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem and Como, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Tarleton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Rudy Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, T. Lar Woods Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Eddie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Murrow, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Murrow, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Coper, Osell Leathers Jr. We raise up our glass to all of our ancestors, and once again, we shout the mighty word of Ashe. Family, from there we move to the present moment, and y'all know what's up. We are on Imani, giving the shouts out to the Imani babies again. Oh, God. Imani baby, it's your day, it's your day. And being on the day of Imani, family, I am challenging each and every one of you, I am challenging you. Listen to me close. I'm challenging you to each and every one. I'm challenging you to activate those reticular formations. Get your mind ready so that you can look out into the world as you deal with people out here and find the principle of Imani. We are hunting down Imani. We are putting a reward on the head of Imani. One and only alive. Don't want it dead. I need to know where Imani. So I'm putting alert out. We are seeking Imani today. Family, get out and find it. Get out and find it. All right, so now, on On today, for those that don't speak the language, Imani means faith. The Demonic principle is harmony. Trust is what we teach the young people. And with the M7, red is the color, as you can see by this cat-in hoodie that I have on. Gender is the hermetic law of the day. Male name for the day is Kwesi. Female name is Akosua. Family, we raise up our glass and we salute this moment that we stand in. We are proud to represent our ancestors as well as our future generations as we master this moment and move into the future with power. Better yet, move through this moment in power. Doing what we have to do so that there can be a future for our future generations. So we raise up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we recognize our children, our children's children onto infinity because it's important. It's important to, to toast those youth before they get here. Toast them while they're here, right? Lift them up. Give them the information that they need. Give them the skills that they need so that they could erect their monuments to greatness. And in our role, providing them with the space, time, and resources to do it. We raise our glass to our future generations and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on. Where do we go, Hatim? Where we going from there? We go to all of our relations. We toast all of our relations, and guess what we say? We say, Ashe. From all of our relations, family, we raise up our glass, and guess what? This is for you, family. What is it that you need? What do you need to move yourself towards your greatness? Because only at your greatness, right? At your greatness, your people benefit. Right? When you become closer to who you truly are, it brings you closer to us. Right? So we raise our glass. And what is it in the moment right now that you need? We lift up the glass and we say, Ashe. Last but not least, family, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most marvelous, the most uplifting, outstanding, and the most beautiful individual in the room. Did I say wise? As well. We raise the glass to you and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, 100 years. There's a glass. We take a sip. I love that ambrosia. Ambrosia for me. 0 is a symbolic expression of the quantitative value that is not. Why you keep fucking with me about 0? Brother Kwame, why do you do that? Why do you torment my life with all of this philosophical mumbo jumbo about 0? I gave you. I stepped back. I left it alone, right? So maybe that might need to be one of your talks with the Gye-Nyame crew, because I've already infected their minds with the idea that 0 is not a number. Good luck, brother. Good luck. All right, so I'm opening the lines. Lines are open. 614-556-4535. Boom. You can join us for the conversation if you got something you want to talk about. If not, family, it is what it is. It's a beautiful day. Well, it's kind of cold out there, but it's still a beautiful day. I can get out there. Oh shit! I'm sitting up here looking around. I said, "Damn, Gye-Nyame journey done changed." I was on Twitter, and a lot of times I try to stay away from Twitter because there'll be a lot of beef just brewing up because you can't say everything you need to say in 140 characters, and sometimes you can mess it up. Sometimes be on purpose, but it'll be a lot of bullshit popping off on Twitter, and I'll be trying to stay away. Well, not all the time. Let me be honest. Not all the time. I'm not always trying to stay out of it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So the lines are open if you want to call in, you want to talk. Yesterday, the Warrior training was marvelous, man. It would have been better if the whole family could have came out, but it is what it is. We deal with what we have. We had African drum and African dance. Brothers got a great workout. We ran over some of the Gye-Nyame philosophy, talking about the why. You know what I'm saying? And, we did our thing. But then right after that, I went to a Morgan Harper campaign rally, and I took my babies with me. And, like I said, I was running all the way up until, we got home, and then I got to sit down, and me and my girls got to sit down and watch some more Heroes. We all fell asleep. So it was a beautiful, peaceful night. It could have been a lot worse. I could have had to been out there hustling for some goddamn food. But my kids were fed in 2 places. You know what I'm saying? At the Gye-Nyame meeting, and then when they went to Morgan Harper for her campaign piece. For those who don't know, she's running for Congress. You know what I'm saying? A fresh mind for a new time. Yeah, I like her little motto is Morganized. Sasha was enthralled. Sasha grabbed all the posters that she could, all the little stickers, got stickers all over my car. So, I kind of want to get my kids excited and thinking about the possibilities. And kind of that's what the warrior training was for too, because I wanted the young people to understand that it's bigger than us just sitting down and talking. You know what I'm saying? It's important for us to start getting involved with tribe building and understanding things like economics and politics, because you can't really, if you don't have politics, social structure, economics, you don't have a tribe, right? You don't have a tribe. So we got to understand that we have to be able to deal with these things, and not only deal with them within our circles, but we have to understand that in order for us to really make the moves we need to make, we have to be able to deal with them in others' circles. You understand me? You understand me? See, because one of the things that is becoming very, very clear to me, the longer I'm in the space that I'm in now, one of the major things that I see, and I have also seen this in my personal life, when you build something, you have to have the ability to protect it. Let me say that again. When you build something, you have to have the ability to protect it. Because there's always predators, human predators, waiting around for the next, what they would call soft touch. Something that they can move in without any hindrance and just take over. We have to understand this. So whether we're talking about reparations or whether we're talking about just community organizing, we have to understand that regardless of what we build, there's always others that want to move in. You know what I'm saying? Because who don't want to move into something that's already been, broken in? Who doesn't already want to move into something that has already been constructed? You know what I'm saying? If I could move in and I could take that, you always got to be on the watch for that, family. We see that happening right now with the whole ADOS piece, right? And we also see, you can see this over and over, this point illustrated to you over and over again in movies and in history. In history, right? So we have to prepare ourselves, and we have to prepare ourselves to move not only in our circles, but to be able to move in other circles so that we could develop the alliances to hold on to everything that we build. Somebody is always getting a piece of the pie, right? Now, what you want is a government strong enough to be able to protect. And when they can't protect, you need to make sure that you have a crew that's strong enough to protect. But when you got both of those things, you only pay one party. And that one party that you pay is that government. Other than that, all the predators around you who got bigger arms and bigger guns are going to try to move in on and take over whatever it is that you build. So you got to start getting the young people's minds right now. You got to get them to understand that this is a cutthroat piece. We're not moving. It's not a peaceful thing out here. And what you start figuring out as you get older, that is no longer the old nappy-headed mean guy that's come. Oftentimes the way the takeover happens is a smooth talking, well-dressed individual that will come and say certain things to you. Sometimes the things will be nice to flatter you. Other times it'll be things that'll kind of terrorize your ass. And you have to be willing and able to make the choices. Now, the thing that will protect us against that, right, is going to be us organizing and us calling government to task. Period. You know what I'm saying? But, and even with the government on task, we're going to have to be able to stand up and handle arms. You know what I'm saying? You can't have stores in neighborhoods if you can't handle yours, right? You can't have any type of commerce going on if you can't handle yours, because somebody's going to try to move in and take what you got. And if you put a lot of work into it and a lot of effort into it, they're going to move in and take your shit, right? But they be like, brother, I tell you, this is not. Listen, I want y'all to think about this. The only reason that a lot of us are able to sit in these houses that we sit in right now, especially these nice houses, is the fact that there's a strong government popping off where we are. Because there will be some severe consequences to a motherfucker just rolling up into your house saying, you did a lot of work here. This is real nice. I'll take it. What you mean you'll take it? Motherfucker, pack your shit, get up out of here before I kill you. I'll take it. That's not happening. It don't happen here like that. At least not yet. At least not yet. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So, you got to be prepared. You kind of got to you want to have your crew together before that day. You want to have your team together before that day. You want to have been feeding people in your tribe before that day, right? Because your discomfort and your removal is their discomfort and their removal. Understand? See, because tribing up is more than just a philosophical idea. It's an actual necessity, right? It's very few, if any. Matter of fact, I don't know of any, and maybe some of you historians out there could go and point out some of these rugged individuals, right, who were able to conquer the system by themselves. I haven't seen it. Every great man or tyrant had a crew, had a tribe that rolled with them, that allowed them to get the shine. Right? Right? Now, but that's the problem with building up something around a personality rather than a higher ideal. When you build it around a personality, when that personality is removed, then the whole thing dissolves. You build it around a higher ideal. Principles. Right? Principles. Agendas. They become the leaders. And you learn to play your role. So family, I see y'all kind of shy today. The call-in line is 614-556-4535. But if y'all want to sit around and just have Brother Hatim run his mouth, I can do that for a couple more minutes. But I'm about to get up. Well, no, I ain't going to be able to do that. I'm going to go to the Simba meeting because nobody calling in. I'm going to support my Simba fam. Right? So I'm going to grab my kids. I'm going to get them together. I'm going to give y'all a couple of seconds to make up your mind because we can keep this conversation going. And if not, we'll do it tomorrow because we're going to have a longer day. I don't got no plans tomorrow. Me and my girls are going to be able to catch up on Heroes Tonight, so I won't have to sit down and watch that with them all day. I might start season 2 of Boardwalk Empire because it was real good. And speaking of Boardwalk Empire, Boardwalk Empire, along with all the other gangster movies that I done watched, done solidified the whole tribe idea to me, right? But it did it in a different way. See, with movies like The Godfather, you know that there's some political intrigue going on behind the scenes. But in The Godfather, you got a look at the family dynamics and the moving, and you got a little clue that there was some political pull involved in everything that was going on throughout the movie, right? Throughout 1, 2, and 3. They tried to expand a little bit on 3, but did a horrible job. That was Godfather 3 put a nasty taste in my mouth. But anyway, Godfather 1 and 2, classics. You got to see the intrigue. You got to see the relation. Now with Boardwalk Empire, what you see is the connection between crime, politics, and holding a community or holding a city together. You're introduced to a character that not only runs the underworld, but also runs the overworld in a city. And it shows the importance of politics in doing all businesses, legal and illegal. Just saying. I'm just saying. So if there's dope being passed around in your neighborhood, please know that politics got something to do with that. If there's a car ring in your, please understand there's some politics behind that shit. If you got motherfucking career criminals that have never been to jail in your neighborhood, please understand that there's some politics. Not no goddamn luck. They ain't been lucky. There's some connections going on there. And please understand, if you got certain companies getting certain contracts within your community, please understand some politics involved. All right? Are we ready to really do what is necessary for us to survive as a people? I know, because I know some of that shit can be kind of uncomfortable to even think about doing. All right? But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is. So we have to start thinking differently. And we have to start educating our children differently. We have to start getting along together socially differently. You know, and I know change is uncomfortable, but it is what it is. But anyway, family, I guess nobody gonna call in. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to come out here and chill with the old dude, Brother Hatim. You know what I'm saying? Come and chill with the old dude. I appreciate you. I want y'all to know that. Each and every last one of you. Take some time, if you have it, to go to free GNJecourse.com. That's free GNJecourse.com. Support the journey. You can also go to gnjmedia.live. Check out the tip jar. Check out the merchandise. You know what I'm saying? Go and help support what we do. And last but not least, if you just want to make a donation, or because I'm not a nonprofit. This Gye-Nyame Journey is not a nonprofit, but we do have nonprofits. You want to help us with the Juneteenth or the camping trips, or help us as far as the food for the meetings that we have and stuff like that, and some of the trips that we take. If you want to support what we do in the journey, if you want to help the tribe, you know what I'm saying? It's Cash App. You know, it's on Cash App. It's the cash sign, capital G, capital N, capital J, capital M, EDIA. Saying that, help us out. But anyway, family, this is Brother Hatim. It's December time. I'm going to try to get over here and get at least an hour of the information that they're going to be sharing over there. Make sure my kids get some of it. Then there's African dance. So I'm going to go on over there and make sure that happens. Get to writing on this next newsletter. Anybody that want to contribute to the next newsletter, right? Y'all see I'm sliding on. It's like it went from a month to, I got to mix 2 months. This shit is hard. So I get up, I do the show, then I got to sit up and think about what to write for the newsletter. You know what I'm saying? Then we got all the meetings, you know, and like I said, family, it's in order for us to do what we do, and please understand, we're not just doing this for Columbus. Although we're in Columbus, you know, the same motto that we have erected in Columbus, as far as Gye-Nyame, you know, other aspects that we deal with, I can't really talk to, but as far as what we erected, right, we show you how to do that in our e-course, and we're going to continue putting out e-courses and continue putting out e-books. You know what I'm saying? So that we can help those that might not be in the city. You'd be like, yo, we're trying to tribe up. We want to help other people to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of work. And somebody, one of y'all, going to be running like hell. Just letting you know. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you starting from scratch. If you want to just join us and do, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, be an extension of us. And, you know, I can do the stuff for you like this and stuff like that. You can. It make no difference. We family. Family, right? And, you know, I do my best to try to make sure that this aspect of my family is not in the fray of bullshit. Because there's a lot of bullshit out there that's just, every day I'm hearing something new about other places that I'm dealing with. There's always some drama. And I'm like, yo, but I understand that the drama has to happen on certain levels, right? You know, but like I said, there's certain aspects of what we do. We gotta, you know what I'm saying, as far as my tribe, you know, I could take the heat for them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I know how to do it. You know, my superpower is creating space and time, right? So, you know, I create a space and time, or try to create a space and time around those individuals so that they don't have to partake in this until it's time. And when they do partake in it, they will be prepared. All right? So, family, this is Brother Hot Tim. And for the third time, I'm out. I'm about to leave. But hey, y'all have a peaceful Imani, and I will see you tomorrow for the Toast and Talk, because it's the Martin Luther King holiday. So I will be at the crib, and I will take time, and maybe tonight, if I ain't doing nothing, if my daughters fall asleep and I feel energized, I might come back on. You never know. So you need to plug in to GN. You need to, listen, plug into the black signal, right? Just text GNJ to the number 25456. No matter where you are. Right? It's already paid for. Just so that you can get the information. Now, what I'm also going to send out with that too is a link so that we can also get your email address, so that we can put you on the email list, because from that email list, I'm going to be able to start sending out the newsletters when we get them done. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that we keep what we've been doing and keep the momentum that we're doing going. Also, we have a workshop. Well, it ain't really a workshop. We have a speaker coming. I guess it will be a workshop, because it's going to be all day. And we have a brother by the name of Benachi coming on February the 8th. I will have more information about that, because I have to work on the Facebook. I got to develop a Facebook push for the event, and we hope to see you there. The brother is I think he's nationally renowned. He's known. He has a book out right now that the Taiwi Family Village or ASCAT study group is reading. The brother also is one of the teachers that Brother Kwame is learning Metu Neter from. So if you are interested, I know like y'all the language of Metu Neter or hieroglyphs, this brother deciphers them, and one of the things that I like about what I'm hearing is that he not only helps you define what is written, but he also helps you see how to apply it to living your life right now. So the book that he got, the title is long, so I won't even pretend like I know what the title is, but it's basically about, in a nutshell, what's called the nigger factory. The nigger factory. Okay? So, and for those that don't understand what that is, these are the systems that have been put in place that bring us to a state to where some of us can do some of the stuff that is not to our people's best interest. You know what I'm saying? It's a factory that cranks out this thing, this being that is not self-interested. That it churns out these individuals that's all about themselves and not about the group. Now, let me say this. When you start having other people guide your culture, outside people guide your culture, they are going to make sure that your culture serves their culture. And in serving their culture, you make them stronger while you become weaker. Now, this is why I always stress the whole Spartan piece. Because please understand, if you understand the history of Sparta, right? You go to the Spartans, specifically, right? Because they, in the movies, they was talking about how Sparta, we fight for democracy. Family, this is why it's important to really do the research behind the messages that they bring you and understand that at any given time, the narrative can be shifted, right? The narrative can be shifted according to who's in power. When you look at the Spartan civilization, their symbol, I think it's called the lamba, and it's like this. It's basically like that. Okay? Now, the top of the spear is like a spearhead. The top of the spear, the very point, represents the Spartans. Because there's always a smaller amount of Spartans in Sparta than everybody else. Everybody else fits and fills in the rest of the arrowhead, which means that they are a subjected class of people that the Spartans use for their benefit. Now, go deeper into Spartan history. You had the 1 to 10% that lived very well off of the labor of the other 80 to 90%. The other 80 to 90% were called Heliots or something like that. And they were basically not even considered humans, right? They were a captured, enslaved group that worked specifically for the Spartans. Incredible, right? Don't even sound familiar. Matter of fact, as part of the initiation into becoming a warrior, it is said that Spartan warriors would have to sneak out, kill a Heliot without being captured. Don't even sound familiar. The Spartan soldiers, in order to be considered Spartan warrior, would have to go out and eliminate one of these Heliots. This ain't me. You don't believe me? Go and watch the History Channel. Just telling you what I know, right? So this whole story has been shifted to where now we got young black kids talking about this is Sparta. Nah, dog. You not a Spartan. They want to treat you and keep you as a Heliot, a Heliot, or however you say it. I don't even know how you say it. I might be using the wrong word, but they had a subjugated population, right? So the point is, that the Spartans were only able to maintain being Spartans and only able to continue focusing on war because the underclass did all of the other stuff. They provided the food, they provided the wealth that would be able to fund the top 10%. This culture at the bottom was protecting, feeding, nurturing, and serving a culture that was not their own. And this is what the brother, to me, is what he's talking about. We have a culture that have become a Heliot class to America, where our job is to serve America. We are to be the dust. We are to be the dust that makes the bricks that hold, or better yet, we are the cement that holds America together. All right? Hey, like I said, he coming out. He gonna kind of not break down what I'm breaking down or look at what I'm looking at, but he's talking about these factories that produce individuals that are supposed to be serving our culture, serving our tribe through their system, the education system, the political system, the legal system. All these systems, all these institutions that are around us, they are training and creating individuals that are anti-self. Sort of like bizarro Supermans. They doing everything backwards and shit. Even hustling backwards. Where they will learn to appreciate working for another group more than working for their own group. Not realizing that this other group, well, depends on them. Sound familiar? No, I don't sound familiar. I'm out of here. Peace.